When we talk about the future, it's impossible to understand and comprehend what the future holds without understanding AI, artificial intelligence, and the cloud infrastructure behind it. Because without cloud, without servers, without data centers, without compute, there is basically no AI and no future within AI. In terms of cloud, there are several companies that have emerged in the last couple of years within the general audience. They obviously have been operating in the world for the last 10, 20, 30, 40 years. But one of them and the leader in terms of cloud technology in the world is Amazon's AWS, Amazon Web Services, and we're very happy to have a representative from AWS here in Georgia, in Tbilisi. He will deliver a keynote about AI, about technology that is available within AWS ecosystem. It's called Kiro and Bedrock AgentCore. Please let's welcome Daz Akbarov on stage, who will talk about how AWS can help development of artificial intelligence. Good luck. Oh, I do have. Okay.
Hi all. Yeah, thank you for introducing me. And we live in 2025, and actually the era of Gen AI, and particularly agents, is already here. We have been talking about agents today, and I'm going to dig a bit deeper into this topic. And yeah, make some noise if you have worked with agentic AI. 1, 2, 3, maybe more. Okay, I hope that you will be a bit more interested in this topic after my presentation. And before I start, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Daz Akbarov, and I work as a solutions architect at Amazon Web Services. I am in pretty much technical role, and I do a lot of hands-on, I would say, and I use agents on a daily manner. I use them every day in my work, and I offload a lot of stuff to agents. And I'm going to show you how actually I do that in Amazon. And I came from Munich, directly from Germany, and actually I am not alone here. I am a part of quite a big team located in our hub in Munich, and I came with my teammates, Yulia and Inna, and yeah, they're here. And if you will be interested in cooperating with Amazon, please don't hesitate and reach out to us. We will help you. We have a lot of opportunities, exciting ones. We can support startups, we can support small and medium businesses, we can support enterprise. So yeah, just don't hesitate and let's chat. And now let's get started. I am here to share what is our vision at Amazon about agents. And at Amazon, actually, we truly believe that in the nearest future, very soon, there will be a lot of agents, millions or maybe billions of agents, which will be working alongside with human beings. And we will be able to offload a lot of vast of routine works, routine tasks. And actually, I think that we are already at this point. There are already some agents, a lot of agents actually, that are helping us in a lot of tasks. And these tasks are not simple, not only single-step tasks. We can work with agents to fulfill quite sophisticated workflows. Agents are able to interact with digital world or even with real world. But what actually are AI agents? AI agents are autonomous or semi-autonomous software systems that can reason, think, plan, and act on our behalf to accomplish our goals in several environments. So for instance, it might be a digital environment, and our AI agent might be able to work with our data to call our APIs, external APIs, and then get all this data together, summarize, and help us to make a research. It might be physical environment. So it might be kind of an AI agent which is dealing with your smart home. You can basically switch on and switch off lights based on some sophisticated complex scenarios in your apartment. And all this stuff is actually doable with generative AI in 2025. What is the heart, or I would say brain of AI agents? These are large language models or foundation models. And on this graph, you can see that there are a lot of models which are introduced recently. And year over year, these models are becoming smarter and smarter. But I think that more interesting and important part is that they are becoming also cheaper. So progress is leading us to the left top quadrant here, which is green. And actually, we do have a couple of models which are already in this quadrant. Why is this important? Because large language models are the key component of agents, which enables agent to think and to make a decision about the next step. And large language models are giving the agent ability to act with real world, to invoke some external tools. But actually, as I told, large language model is not the only component, and it is not enough to have only foundational model. What else do we need? Obviously, we need foundational model, like quite complex one with high quality, and ideally cheap one, because we don't want to have a lot of expenses. Yeah, we need something more. And if we speak about large language model as a brain for agent, we also want to have hands and legs for this agent, because we don't want this agent just to think and give us advices. We want this agent to make a real world tasks, to make something, to act on our behalf. And for this, we will need to integrate some tooling to work with external world, with environment, or tooling for orchestration of our agents. Because as I told you, now agents are able not to work with simple tasks. They are able to work with quite complex tasks. How do they actually do that? Agents are interacting between each other. At Amazon, we know that agents should be some kind of a microservices. Each agent should do only one thing, but should do this thing very, very, very good. And if you want to implement some complex workflow, sophisticated one, obviously you have to have this orchestration between multiple agents. We definitely want to have sandbox and testing environments, because development of agents is not simple. We want to have some safe environments which are isolated from real world, because we don't want to have some bad side effects. And we, of course, want to have observability and debugging capabilities with our agents. Why? Because no one wants his agent, his companion, his friend to be unpredictable and unexplainable. So if we work with agents, we want them to be explainable. We want to really know how do they think, based on what do they make this exact decision. Why agent is invoking this exact tool? Why does it do this stuff? And models and tooling should be forged together somehow. And for that, we will need frameworks. At Amazon, actually, we really do love frameworks. We have a lot of them. We have mechanism for almost each use case. And in case of agentic AI, frameworks are not only a set of rules to implement some agent, but it is also some pre-written code. For instance, at Amazon, we have strength agents, which is in-house built framework using Python, and it enables you to implement your own custom agents with a few lines of code. Literally, you write 2 lines of code in Python, run it, and your agent is working. Let's move on. And Amazon, here at AWS, we have, I would say, a mission. And our mission for now is to be the best place to build and deploy the world's most trusted and useful agents. And we truly want to fulfill this mission. According to the Gartner's research, more than 33% of enterprise software apps will include agentic AI by 2028. And more than 15% of day-to-day work decisions will be done by agentic AI by 2028. In comparison, during the last year, it was 0%. This year, during 2025, I don't know. Let's wait for the next research by Gartner. According to the same research, which is done by Gartner, we can see that more than 40% of projects in agentic AI will be canceled by the end of 2027. Why? Because it is a hype train. Yeah. And we have a lot of projects. We have a lot of products which are being built in this year and previous year, and they are calling themselves agentic. But actually, I am not sure that they actually have real-world value. And this is one of the reasons. Another reason is escalating costs. You know that agents are heavily using and relying on foundational models. Foundational models require a lot of compute, and they require some specific compute. So they rely on GPUs, they rely on accelerators, and so on. And they are becoming more and more expensive. And third reason is that agents are becoming more and more risky. In 2022, we had only ChatGPT released, and it was very nice conversational website. That's it. Now agents are able to affect the real world, and we are starting to frighten it. And that's one more reason. But what actually should meaningful agent, viable agent do? First of all, viable agent should be solving some real world case. It should have clear problem that it's dealing with and working with that. Another stuff is that this AI agent should be human friendly. You want to speak, you want to converse, you want to interact with something which is friendly to you and it is willing to solve your problem instead of giving you another problem. One more factor is that more and more AI agents are becoming customer facing. So it is one problem when you have some kind of a bad AI for your internal use and you can deal with it. But actually, if you try to expose AI agent to your customers, a lot of people, you want this AI agent to be to have much more quality, higher quality than just for internal use. And viable AI agent in 2025 should be able to work with another AI agents. It should be able to easily integrate to your business processes, to your internal systems, and it should be easily integrated with external systems in a safe, secure way. And yeah, despite that we have a lot of challenges with agentic AI, at AWS we work with millions of customers across the globe. We do have a lot of them. And we can see that a lot of our customers are really getting revenue, they're getting meaningful value from their agents. And we can observe that there are two main categories of using AI agents. And the first one is acceleration of software development. Yeah, that's about code generation, about delivering features faster. But today I'd like to focus on the second category, which is reimagining business workflows with custom agents. So how does it actually work? In that case, we have some clear business problems, some business case workflow which is really established within your company, within your startup, for instance. And you can just increase effectiveness, efficiency of this workflow by including AI to that. And here is some generic architecture which we are actually using at Amazon to build these custom AI agents. So in the very middle of this architecture, we still have large language model, which is powering an agent, and it enables it to think and make decisions. But it is not enough, as I told you. We also have tools on the left part. And these tools should be integrated with foundational model to enable it to work with environment. And of course, we have to have some goals, clear goals for agent, which agent will try to fulfill, will try to achieve. What else? We have one more key part for agent. It is a memory. Because it doesn't make any sense if your agent is just forgetting all previous interactions and conversations on the next one. So let's imagine that you have fed some information to your agent, and then you ask follow-up question, and all the information that you have fed before is just lost. It doesn't make any sense, so we want our agents to keep a lot of stuff in memory. And of course, we want our agents to make data-driven decisions. So we prepare some data sources, and we train our foundational model on this data source to make it able make decisions based on this data. So now we have core of our agent. And based on that, our agent will be able to perform agentic loop, which is on the right part of this architecture diagram, which is basically taking some actions on our behalf. So based on all the stuff on the left part, our agent will try to achieve the goal and will, I would say, decompose quite a big, huge goal to small steps, will prepare some action plan, and will go action by action, point by point, and trying to fulfill this action plan and achieve this goal. And here you can see that even with agents at Amazon, we want to have human in the loop. So definitely we will have user interaction here, because you are the persons who will set goals for this agent. And persons, real human beings, will be also checking that results are good enough. And if we don't have human in the loop, agent will be not good. What else? If we do have human, we want to have clear feedback loop. So based on the human feedback, we will be gradually increasing quality of our agent. So we can feed this feedback to agent directly, and agent will be self-improving. What else? Observation and guardrails. What are guardrails? Have you heard this term before? Anyone? 1, 2, 3, great. For others who haven't heard, guardrails are a set of rules which are applied to agent to make it safe. So basically, you can explain your agent that it should not be working with some workflows, it should be not touching some topics, it should be not answering some harmful questions, it should be definitely not able to do any harmful actions. And actually, we think that implementation of guardrails is one of the most critical part of building agentic AI in 21st century. And observation, as I told you before, we want to have proper logging. We want to know how agent does perform tasks, on how does it think and how does it decompose, how does it build action plan, what does agent think about feedback which is getting from user. And the central part of agent is still foundational model. Large language model, which is the most complex part, because it is very challenging to deploy large language models and to work with them. And here at Amazon, we want to democratize working with foundational models. And for that purpose, we have a service called Amazon Bedrock, which is the easiest way for you to build AI applications at any scale. Speaking simply, it is serverless service which enables you to work with foundational models, making some simple API calls and paying in pay-as-you-go model. So you will be paying for each request for per token. That's it. We have a lot of exciting features in Bedrock, like you can customize foundational model with your data. You can, remember that for agent, it's really critical to have specific data, which is your internal data. Yeah. Also, you can use guardrails in very easy way with Bedrock. They are built in. You can build and orchestrate agents with 0 lines of code. Really, we have no code agentic editor in Bedrock, Visual 1. But the most important in 2025 for agent is broadness of models choice. And in Bedrock, we have over than 100 foundational models. And here, we have listed the most popular ones. We have really vast amount of models in Bedrock, and you are able to switch between them in 1 click. Only thing that you have to do to switch between models is to change model ID in your request body. That's it. And actually, we have a lot of agentic-enabled foundational models in our lineup of models in Bedrock. For instance, we have models from our partners, from Anthropic, from Meta, we have Llama here, and we have in-house built Amazon Nova models, which are a piece of art. And we have even OpenAI models, GPT, and you can use GPTs with Amazon Bedrock. But Bedrock is not the only service that we can provide you to work with agentic AI. We have full tech stack, which is comprehensive for building agentic AI. And it relies, and the foundation of this tech stack is our custom silicon, made in Amazon, and it is called Trainium and Inferentia. These are purpose-built processors, silicon chips, which are used for training and inferencing model, respectively. Also, you are able actually to run your machine learning workloads on GPUs from our partners, from NVIDIA, for instance. What else do we have on the infrastructure layer? We have a service called Amazon SageMaker, and it is one place to deal with your data, to triage your data, to prepare it for any workloads, to build your own machine learning models based on this data, to train these models, then to deploy. And we have automation for all of that. So basically, we have no-code MLOps automation for you. We have the next layer of our tech stack for agents, which is AI and agent development software. I told you before about Bedrock, and we have even more. We have SDKs for building agents. And the first one is Nova Act, which is no-code SDK for working with Amazon Nova models family. Using that, you will be able to give Amazon Nova ability to work with your PC, for instance, with your computer, to work with external APIs, to work with data stores, to work with your AWS environment. Another option which we do offer is Strength Agents, which is Python framework, which enables you to implement your own agents with few lines of code in declarative way. And I really adore Strength Agents, and I use it every day. But that's not it. We have a lot of applications which are actually agentic. And we offer them as ready-to-use services like Amazon Q, which can help you to write code faster or to deal with your business workflows. We have AWS Transform agent, which can help you to maintain your mainframes, to upgrade them to VMware or to cloud native. We have Amazon Connect. It is a huge solution for support centers, for phone support centers. And of course, we have Kiro, our recent announcement from New York Summit. And it is AI-ready IDE for software development. And it heavily relies on generative AI. And it gives you not only ability to wipe code, which is quite a hype-end trend in 2025, it gives you an opportunity to generate code in much more structured way. So on Kiro, we depend on specifications. And actually, Kiro has been used inside the Amazon for development of our production-ready enterprise products. But it's not all. We have even more. We have a lot of ready-to-use solutions which could be easily deployed to your AWS environment or even integrated to your on-premises environment in our AWS marketplace. These solutions are here, and they are developed by our partners. So you are free to pick any of these solutions and work with them. Let's move on. And let's dive. How can we actually develop agents using Amazon? So, OK, we have Bedrock. We have large language model. We have some open source solutions like Strength Agents, which support MCP. I hope that you know what is an MCP, what is A2A, agent-to-agent protocol, which has been implemented. Actually, yeah, AWS is evolving so fast. So I have built this slides deck, and it has been deprecated like in 2 weeks. We are evolving really fast. But moreover, we have AgentCore. AgentCore is a subservice of Bedrock, which has been introduced like recently. It has been introduced on New York Summit also as a Kiro. And it is a service which helps you to deploy, operate, and scale your agents in a very easy way. And let's touch components of the AgentCore. Here you can see that we have runtime, and it is a serverless runtime which can help you to deploy your agent. And you will be paying only for the time when agent works. So if agent is idle, basically you pay 0. We have Gateway, quite an exciting feature, cool feature of Bedrock AgentCore, which transforms your REST APIs to MCP servers with 0 lines of code. Basically, you fed some OpenAPI specification to a gateway and get MCP. That's it. Really simple. 1 click, 5 seconds, that's done. We have identity feature, which enables your agents to authenticate in external systems on your behalf, and credentials will be stored in safe and secure place in AWS. And agent will be doing that in a very safe manner. We have built-in tools which can help your agent to work with code. Code interpreter is able to run Python, for instance. We have browser tool which enables your agent to surf internet. What else? We have built-in observability. So if you deploy a fleet of agents, hundreds, thousands of them, you will be able to centralize logs to analyze them in one place. And I think that it is extremely helpful for AI-native companies, startups, to have this centralized monitoring and debugging. And the last, but not least, and I would say the most exciting, we have AgentCore memory. This is a feature which is available through our SDK. And with this feature, your agent is able to store information in its memory, and it will be persistent. And it is extremely cheap. And if we talk about technical details, it has been architectured in this way that memory is split into the isolated namespaces for each user which is interacting with your agent. So your agent technically is not able to confuse users and give some sensitive information of one user to another one. And this is huge. And one more exciting fact about memory. Memory actually is split into 2 big parts. First one is short-time memory, and that's the, I would say, hot memory, where you can put some information and retrieve very fast. The second half of the memory for Bedrock AgentCore is long-time memory. And in long-time memory, you keep information which should persist for not hours or days, but for months or years. And under the hood, you are dealing only with short-time memory, and AgentCore is orchestrating all other interactions by themselves. And when your agent is close to fill short-time memory, AgentCore performs very interesting action called compacting. So all information from short-time memory will be processed by foundational model, will be compacted, and then moved to long-time memory. It is, I would say, very close to the process which happens with human during sleeping. And I am really excited about that. And we have even more capabilities, like we have access to a lot of models, which I have listed before. We have options to optimize. So yeah, at Amazon, at AWS, if you're our customer, we always trying to advise you how to pay less. We have model customizations and guardrails built in. And let's go further. And yeah, you have seen this architecture before, but I have changed something here. And it is architecture of my custom agent. It can deal with my emails and with my task tracker, and it has some memory. And actually, I use it to increase my daily productivity, because when you're receiving kind of hundreds of emails every day, it is pretty much challenging to deal with all of them. And I want my agent to prioritize emails for me, to give me short summaries, to set tasks, to notify me if tasks are close to deadline. And actually, when I was a kid, I was a huge fan of comics, and I wanted to have some kind of a Jarvis, and I think that I am pretty much close to have it in 2025. And I have a live demo, not live, but pre-recorded one. Let's go fast through it. So here on the right part of the screen, you can see my agent, which is able to do all this stuff. And here is my Asana. So I want to talk on today's conference, and I want to taste the best hachapuri in the city, and I hope that you will help me with advices right after my talk. And here I ask my agent to check my email. And surprisingly, I have new email from Said Akbarov, which is my alter ego, about his travel to Tashkent. And unfortunately, Said is not able to find his ticket. OK, and I said to my agent, let's set a new task, because we definitely need to buy this ticket, and also reply for this email. And agent performs these tasks on my behalf. It says that, OK, I have created a task, and I have sent an email. And let's check that it has been done. Great. In Asana, new task is appeared by ticket to Tashkent for Said Akbarov. And let's check one more email. It is my Proton mail. Yeah, here we have a reply that I have received your message, blah, blah, blah. I will buy a ticket today. Great. What else can my agent do? I will check my tasks. And yeah, we can clearly see the UI on the left part, but agent is also able to see all these tasks on the right part of the screen. So I told my agent that I am almost done with my talk on today's conference. That's really it. And it marked this task as completed. Yeah, it appeared in completed tasks. And I have only 2 tasks for today. Great. Let's move on. And agentic AI and AI in general is evolving very fast. In 2022, we had only ChatGPT, which was barely able to answer the question with 1 sentence. But in 2025, we have complex AI systems, which are able to perform agentic loop for hours with a huge context window. We have a lot of models, tools, frameworks, and protocols appearing every day. But actually, at AWS, we know, based on our years of experience, that there are timeless fundamentals for building such a software. It is security, observability, your data, governance of data and agents, integrations between agents, and scalability. And during these tens of years of our experience, we have been advising our customers a lot of stuff. How to be microservice enabled, how to be big data enabled, how to start with AI. Now, how to start with Gen AI and agents. And my advice to you is start now. You have to define your problem, clear problem that you can solve with agent. Then implement your agent. Go by this loop, which is shown here. Get feedback, and if your agent is working good, okay, get another feedback, and iterate, 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 iterate over, because we want agents to be perfect. Yeah, let's build together, and thank you for having me here.
Thank you very much, Daz.